Yeah, I've been ready.
And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standard, the podcast celebrating all the amazing things you can do while sitting, whether it's enjoying movies, watching television, or playing games. I am one of your hosts, 11, also known as David Bray. I'm joined by a man of so many words, Mr. Gerald Bales.
Call me Donnie.
Donnie. This is our Halloween episode, so if you are not listening to, or if you're just listening to the audio version, you have to do yourself a favor, and you have to go to youtube.com/sitdownstandard. We are in our full attire. We've got our Halloween costumes on. Papa?
Oh, I know, David. This podcast, amazing. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. But yes.
Huge, David.
So if you want to check out our costume, I hope you do that through the whole thing. As of course, Gerald is dressed up as his favorite political person, or least favorite. I don't know. You can internet enjoy that. Donald Trump, and I am dressed up as 11 from Stranger Things.
And can I say, David, your costume, a disaster.
A disaster.
It's just a disaster. Real nasty, David.
So again, go to youtube.com/sitdownstandard. We'll talk about our costumes a little bit later.
Such a nasty podcast here.
I love it. Just interrupt the whole time. But you
wrong.
Can also,
wrong. David, that is wrong.
I love it. You can also listen to the audio podcast on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, as well as the Google Play Store. Got to get all that stuff in. Also,
it's fantastic. Let
us know what you think about our costumes. I even went out and got this nice Eggo box. You can send us an email too.
sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
And we know how Donald feels about emails, so we won't delete them.
We're going to release all of our... David, release all of our emails.
That's right.
Release them all.
So yeah, definitely send us your emails. Let us know what you dressed up for Halloween or what you thought of our costume. But let's move on to the rest of the podcast with the first thing we start every week with. Oh, what you doing? Oh, what you doing? What you doing? Papa?
Oh my God.
It's going to come up.
Nasty, David. Nasty.
All right, Gerald or Donnie. I know you were at a debate recently, but what you doing?
There was the last debate this week at our own UNLV here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I guess that's all we need to say about that.
we'll get into more.
Early voting started today. I saw the booths out.
Yeah.
There's one right in the parking lot where my house is at. I'm in like the shopping area. Anyway, huge line. Huge, David. Huge. The line. Huge.
I thought you lived in a tower, but apparently you live not too far from a grocery
huge,
store.
David. No, but seriously, I'm like, why not just vote normal day? Most jobs, don't they pay you to vote anyways?
I don't think so. I think they have to. I think they're required by law to allow you to vote, but I don't think they pay you.
I think it's like 2 hours paid is what we get.
I don't know. It's so weird to have long hair.
Are you just gonna keep the wig?
I might just keep it on forever. Oh man.
But yeah, so voting started. So if you didn't register to vote by now, sorry. I mean, you should have, but go vote.
Some states you can register. I think same day registration as well.
Oh, really?
Some states, it just depends.
Rigged, David. Rigged.
It's all rigged. But yeah, go out and vote. Get informed. Whatever your candidate you're going to pick, get informed, vote. That's all I care about.
Yeah, vote for your local. I mean, whatever you say about your vote not mattering, the local stuff, definitely go vote for your local props and measures and all that good stuff. Yeah.
But I will say this is just a little thing. Let me get on my soapbox here. I'm not going to get too political because that's not what this podcast is. But even people who think that their vote doesn't matter because you live in a state that leans one way or another heavily, being a minority even matters. Even if you are like being 10% of the vote, there's candidates who will potentially have to, if that grows or even stays at 10%, people are going to have to make some measure of trying to pander to you or make some concessions. So go out and vote, make your voice heard, and like it's fun. You get a little sticker.
And you're a freaking American.
It's cool,
right?
Man.
There's a lot of countries in the world that don't get this right. So
exactly.
Use it.
It's not rigged.
Before you lose it.
As they say. Other than your debating. I heard you're a master debater.
Which was great. It was huge. It was fantastic.
Highest ratings.
The debate. Yeah.
I heard you're starting at a TV company here pretty soon.
Trump TV. Hashtag
Trump TV.
Trump TV. Check it out. It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Other than that, a lot of trailers came out this week.
Oh my God. It was like trailer city.
In terms of what I've been doing personally, not a lot of work this week, but a lot of trailers came out. These trailers are fantastic.
Fantastic.
But we got a bunch. Let's talk about the Nintendo one. This was probably the biggest one.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch.
Well, yeah, the previously NX, codename NX, is now called the Nintendo Switch. They came out with a 3-minute trailer, or not trailer, but kind of like a preview of what it's going to look like, the big functions of it, functionality of the console-ish thing. I guess I can just go through what it is, right?
Yeah, do that. Go ahead.
So it's a console. It's pretty much the Switch itself is a tablet. and the tablet sits into a dock that you use and it acts kind of like a traditional console. And you have these things called Joy-Cons, which are the controllers.
That's what they're called.
Joy-Cons.
I don't like that.
Joypad controllers, I think, is what they're going for.
I get it, but
and there's one on
Joy-Con.
each side on your controller, and those things detach, and you can put them on the tablet itself, and then remove the tablet from the dock, and there you have if you know what a Wii U gamepad looks like, something like that. They showed a bunch of cool things in the trailer. Obviously, the games look fantastic-ish. We don't know specs or anything yet, but they showed Breath of the Wild, the new Zelda game, which looks amazing. Amazing, David. This game, Zelda game, it looks amazing.
Question, is that going to appear on Wii U? Are they just going to scrap the Wii?
I think they said they were going to do a Wii U version and a Switch version.
Okay.
Kind of like they've done with Twilight Princess or...
Soaring... No, the Skyward Sword was just
Wii.
Wii, yeah. But they never had one on the Wii U. That's what's supposed to be it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also they showed where obviously it's 2 Joy-Cons, but if you like me and you wanted to play a game, we each get one of the Joy tilted to its side. Mm-hmm. Kind of like if you're used to playing like Super Smash on the Wii, there's different ways to configure it, and like that's super cool, right? What else we got here? They also have a Pro controller, which is pretty common. They had a Pro controller for the Wii and the Wii U. They're going to have that as well if you're the more traditional like myself. It's wireless. Obviously, the controllers you can use wirelessly as well. So use that. There's like a built-in kickstand. The guy had it like on the airplane. He was controlling it with his little...
Yeah, everything is like essentially detachable, right? So the Joy-Cons can come off of the side of the tablet. It can be set down like an iPad with a kickstand, and then you can just hold them in your... Instead of holding the whole thing like a big giant...
Couple games they showed. They showed Breath of the Wild. They showed a Mario game. We don't know. They showed a Mario Kart game. Mm-hmm. They showed Skyrim, which the Ultimate Edition is coming out, so that's kind of cool. Probably pander to the hardcore. They showed a Splatoon game.
See, the problem with the Skyrim thing, that game is 5 years old. Like, I get it. They're coming out with
Ultimate's
HD.
coming out, you know. And
yeah, it's still like
still
it's,
Skyrim.
I don't know. I get it, but it's just like they're almost onto their. They've already made a Fallout game, and they made Elder Scrolls Online. Like they've already made 2 more games since that game came out.
Yeah, but still, a lot of people play it.
The big problem with Nintendo, and again, I think we talked about it a little bit off the cast, but it was like I was impressed because this is not what I expected as far as. What it seems like they're marketing towards. If you know Nintendo, traditionally we all feel like we got left behind, right? We loved it as kids, we even loved it as young adults, and then we got a little bit older and they were like, yeah, we're just going to stick with the same age group. We're not going to follow the people that came up with us.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Well, I think to a large extent they are marketing.
That's wrong, David. That's wrong. No, my thing is like they want to cater to the our age, our demographic, or even like older than us, because there's those first party Nintendo games.
Is it weird to look over to me and talk to me just like in a normal like you keep looking at me like what the hell's wrong with you? It's just like this look. I'll make you pay yourself. Anyways,
I'll make you pay for this, David. I'll grab you. All right, I will grab you.
13-year-old girl.
I can do that, David. Anyways, what were we talking about?
You were talking about that it's it always has been marketed to...
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that. Obviously, the Wii leaned toward that way because a lot of the third-party developers are like, this is underpowered, so we're only going to make kid games, so it just kind of leaned towards that.
No, I get that.
But this trailer, or the preview, whatever you want to call it, definitely showed our age group older, playing these games, that's what it looks like they're kind of pushing towards.
That's my point.
Like, we're not a kid console. We're going to have all the first-party games the older people like as well.
Well, the problem, it's never been first-party for me. That's been the hurdle with Nintendo consoles. It's always been third party. I mean, I get it. Like, it's just an expensive console to play Zelda, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and Pikmin. Like, it's hard for me to cross that barrier. Like, I don't expect it to be my one console for everything because I've already kind of actively made that decision. But to be my second console, you've got to offer something more than just first party.
Well, not just that. I had a Wii U. I don't know if you remember this.
No, I do.
I had a Wii U, and I got it with when Mario Kart 8 came out, and it came with a bundle and everything. And
great game.
Great game. And then it came with a free game download, and I got the Wind Waker HD. Played all through Wind Waker because it's one of my favorite Zelda games, and played a little bit of Mario Kart here and there. That game is way more fun when you play with other people. And then just never played it. I don't think I even bought any games for it. Decided to end up trading it in because
that's my point. Like you don't use it to watch Netflix because the interface isn't as snappy or it isn't as intuitive.
Exactly.
It's very boiled. The
gamepad thing is cool. Like I can go poop and play Zelda. Like that's pretty cool.
They don't market it that way.
Only in one restroom in my house because it has to be a certain distance away. But like that is cool. Or I can sit in bed. And play it. I don't necessarily need to be in front of my TV, and that's super cool. But this concept, it just takes that gamepad on the next level, and that is your console.
Yeah, and there hasn't been specs released. I mean, it looks pretty. I think at this point, games are starting to, if it's HD, for me, if it's HD, I'm cool. Like if
it's going to be HD. It's not going to be like the Scorpio or the PS4 Pro. It's not going to be 4K or anything like that.
But I don't have a 4K TV yet, so I don't need
I know, and that's never been Nintendo's thing, is to go for graphics or performance.
Oh,
it's rumored to have a customized Tegra chip. And that's an NVIDIA. That's like so it should be good enough. I mean, the Tegra was marketed as like console gaming on mobile platforms. So
right, they already have those devices currently.
Other cool things I mentioned, I want to mention in the thing, it does use cartridges, so no discs.
Yes.
So you're going to stick to either cartridges or I assume digital downloads.
The problem with the cartridges, aren't those things expensive? Like, let's say Skyrim is probably at least 30 gigs. I'm just guessing.
See, that's everyone's big argument. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like, I have a 128 gigabyte chip in my phone.
No, I get that.
There are the micro SD cards are 256.
Right, but how
gigs.
much is that versus a CD or DVD or Blu-ray to burn?
But,
it's I'm saying the manufacturing cost.
Oh, manufacturing cost? I don't know. They've been doing. I mean, they still have cartridges and 3DS and stuff. I'm sure it's not.
No. But I'm saying those cartridges on the 3DS aren't 120.
New games are like $40.
Right.
Oh, but you're saying the size of the game.
I'm saying the size of the game plus the cost that they're going to have to incur, which is going to ultimately be put onto the consumer. Right.
I think you won't get more than $60 games.
But no, that's fine. I
mean, cartridges are like way more durable.
Of course,
they don't scratch. They're smaller.
They want a solid state memory. As soon as you made it mobile, you can't have a spinning disc anymore.
Exactly,
right? That makes sense. But I think comes out when March,
which
is crazy to me.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen it.
I love that. I think of the Fallout thing where it's like, and it's coming out this November. It's like mind blown. Like no March. Like March is like a couple weeks. Like not a couple weeks, but you know what I mean. In the world of tech, that's like tomorrow. Yeah. They haven't released specifics as to like
price or anything. How much do you think it's going to be, David?
It would be smart for them to undercut.
I want to say $299.
I think $279 will probably.
Yeah, if they undercut the Xbox One S and the new PS4, I think they're both $299.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I think it depends, because the question is are they taking two of their markets, the handheld market and their console market, and squeezing the two together?
They actually asked the other day, and one spokesman from Nintendo said they don't have a plan to
ain't that the truth?
This isn't this isn't replacing the 3DS, and they may have a successor in the 3DS in the cards, because this thing is cool. Excuse me, that's
Donald, it takes a whole village to get it right.
I know,
your hair.
Thinking of hairspray. But anyway, and this isn't really that portable. I mean, it's a big. How big do you think that screen is? Like a 9-inch, like an iPad?
No, right. But I'm saying, I agree. But it depends. Like what I would prefer as a gamer is like move closer to one device. Take all of the developers that make those portable games on the 3DS, make all of the console people, make them all work either together, or make two different types of games. Make a series of games that aren't as high in fidelity, that are meant to be played on the mobile version of it when you're playing the Switch, and then you have the console version, and those are $60 games versus $40 games.
Well, they already said up front that the console, the dock itself, doesn't have any more power or anything like that. Everything is centralized in the tablet itself.
Right, which is going to be hard. The only thing that ever worries about me is battery life. Like,
that's another big
I don't know
thing
how
too.
long that thing's, maybe an hour? Maybe an hour and a half?
Well, we'll see. I mean, the biggest things I'm waiting for is, battery life, price, specs, and then the resolution of that screen.
And then what's going to come out in the next 6 to 9 months? That year. You know what I mean?
Scorpio
what's coming out? No. I mean, for Nintendo.
Oh, for games.
Games that are coming out in 2017. Because
that was the biggest thing with the Wii U, is you didn't have the big, cool
They
games.
kept showing you footage, and it's like, you can only blue balls me long enough, Nintendo. Like, you got to give me a game. You know what I mean?
Show me the money.
Exactly. I'm wondering if, because you see the Mario game, whether was a package in a game. Do you think they do that?
Huh?
Or like a bundle?
Oh, like back in the day, Wii Sports style.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Because that's what was the most popular game, right? Was Wii Sports, because it came with it. It would be advantageous for them, I think, to just include, even if it's like a demo disc or something close to that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Motion controls, we don't know.
Don't know. I assume. I mean, if those controls detach, you can use them wirelessly. They got to have some kind of like Wii something in there. Yeah. I mean, I would not be surprised. And then, it's gonna be interesting.
Do you think you can get like a what are those? The cardboard things, and put the
VR,
tablet?
Giant Google Cardboard. My biggest thing, like, if this thing has, and this is a thing fans have been wanting from Nintendo for a long time, is they have the Virtual Console, right, where you can play their old games.
Yes.
But the Virtual Console games you can get on the Wii U and Virtual Console games you can get on the 3DS are totally different. Even though 3DS has hardware support, probably N64 games, and has the controller layout for it, because they actually have a C-stick and stuff. They don't release the games. They're surrogated.
We all want to play Turok again.
if they have emulators for all their big systems on one tablet, like, I'm
Game
totally
over.
gonna buy it. Yeah,
right.
totally.
But the problem is it's like water, right? Water's you can get for free, everybody, if you didn't know, in the United States. But we pay for it all the time. But the point being is,
they're gonna pay for it, David.
They're gonna pay for it. But if the games are affordable, like I said, $2, $3, $4 for like a Nintendo game, the problem is sometimes I see these games and they're like $8.99. I'm like, come on. Like you can't make
You wouldn't pay $10 for Link to the Past?
No. That's too much. At least bundle them. You know what I mean? It's bundling. And I think they have if they're going to go the cartridge route, then make the digital download only, which gets rid of piracy, right? You got to give the consumer something. You can't just reap all benefit and provide no, Steam. That's why Steam is so successful. Now, granted, this is because of we've talked about this previously, the agreements with retailers, brick and mortar stores about they don't want to piss them off, and they're one of the biggest avenues for people buying these games, but eventually that's going to switch. I mean, at some point, I think you're probably in the range of 80-20, with 80 still being brick and mortar. But more and more, especially like with the stuff now where you can share, if you buy a game, you can share it with somebody else in the house or a friend.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's
home console sharing.
That's going to be the Trojan horse that gets rid of it all.
But yeah, cool stuff. I can't wait to see what's going to... I mean, they're going to have, obviously, show more before the March reveal, which is soon-ish enough.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll start seeing some more concrete details soon.
There's enough there shown that I'm piqued my interest. Because when I saw the Wii U, I was like, it's another Wii. I got rid of mine. Yeah. But you're not showing me, new Zelda. Still not enough. I need more. So this at least piqued my interest to the point where it's like, it seems like it's not being marketed directly to kids. It's got this... sophisticated gamer, whatever you want to call that, capital G gamer, and then it also appears to have, Nintendo is that company that paves their own way, trails or blazes their own trail, but sometimes they're like Apple gets a little bit of this where they kind of get up their own butt too much, and it's like, hey, just make. But
Nintendo
games.
Because they kind of screwed the pooch with the Wii U, they can't screw up again, right? So
they
know
have a war chest still. They still have
I know they got a lot of money, but you can see their move finally into mobile, right? And something that's unique like this, but hopefully they'll start listening to the community and the fans and kind of give them what they want.
See, that's what
because they can't afford to have another DOA console, and that's what the Wii U was. So.
Yeah, 3 years that console died.
Something like that.
That's got to be a record. I think Dreamcast lasted longer. Dreamcast is yes, finally, someone worse than me. By the way, I love Dreamcast. By the way, we should have a whole podcast about that.
I've never owned Dreamcast or played on one.
Yeah.
Anyways, one of the other trailers.
Donald. You haven't lived. It's made with Chinese
steel. Don't talk to me.
You're
nasty, David. You're nasty. Anyway, so speaking of video games, a new trailer came out. David, I'm sure you were very excited about this. We got the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer.
Yes.
Or teaser, I should say.
It's a teaser. It's barely anything.
Yeah, nothing story related. We don't even know who the main characters are.
Though. Gave me enough.
Do you think it's James Marsden?
It's like a prequel?
No, that's what I say. They don't know.
No, I don't. I think new character.
Because they said the guy in the middle of the seven kind of looked like James Marsden, but even when they're galloping by, you can't really tell.
The problem is James Marsden is a cool character, but
the creation of their gang.
You could make another one.
Kind of disappointed though, David. I didn't want Red Dead Redemption 2. I wanted Red Dead Revenge or Red Dead, because that fits the first Red Dead game.
Red Dead Revolver, I think, was the first one. Then Red Dead Redemption
was the second one.
And then you want all going to be ours.
But Red Dead Redemption sold
Red Dead
Raccoon. Yeah. But they have to stick with it. Obviously, they have to have Red Dead Redemption for that name recognition.
Yeah, because no one played Red Dead Revolver, by the way.
But if they do, but if they do a prequel and it's called Red Dead Redemption 2, that would be dumb.
I don't care. As long as it's in the same... They showed enough where I'm like, the graphics just look
Well, it's like the GTA 5 engine.
And the Starry Night, the little creature. I think it looked like a little, like a badger or something's eating something and runs off. And then it cuts to the town. There's that scene of the town where the
general store.
Yeah, the general store and everyone's sitting in front of it. I'm like, dude, hook, line,
it's
you know how much I love classic Western, so it's like you
and we love
me.
GTA 5. The campaign is excellent.
Oh, it's fantastic,
and the graphics on modern consoles and stuff look great. So applying that to just Red Dead Redemption, sold. Easy.
Right, and I think they said fall of 2017. Which
so it's not like the Switch where it's coming out.
I know. I
soon,
wish.
But
we get a little spoiled, right? Because when we were talking about it, I was off the pod. I was like, I think it'll probably come out in February.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, of course not.
Yeah. And that's what they said, fall. But knowing Rockstar, that could be delayed.
Oh, for years. Yeah, it could be like 2019. Jesus.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad to know that's a game they're gonna make because God, Red Dead Redemption is so good, so.
I was thinking about picking it up on. Do you still have the physical disc?
No, I want to play the...
It's on backwards compatibility. I wanted to get it again.
Did you ever play the Nightmare one?
No.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. It's like zombies and zombie bears. It's amazing. Yeah. No, it's fun. It's cool. And it's like, oh God, what was that one for Far Cry? The dragon... what was that one where Far Cry?
Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon. Like, it goes so far that it's, like, amazing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a B movie.
But I just want to play through the campaign again, because I just remember it being so good. I've only played through the campaign once.
I already told you the reason that when I used to play these games with Brandon when I lived with him, he would break the game because we would first go to the saloon and then, like, make a ton of money off of gambling.
Yeah,
so
you don't really play the game.
Yeah, you don't play the game. You're like, okay, so now I have the minigun as the second gun that I own. I have the revolver and the giant minigun. It's like, yeah, but the story in that game was great. I just remember my favorite part of that game was the side missions that would come up naturally. You would be riding on your horse, and then someone would be like, "Hey, help me! I'm being robbed." You go over there, and then it's like a setup, and then they try to rob you. Oh, so good! It's just
like I said, I really want to play that.
Yeah, it's been so far removed from me playing that I probably don't remember. Obviously, the ending, was fantastic, but I probably won't remember the beats in between.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like I remember there's.
We gotta see how much it is and see if we can get.
Yeah, maybe we can get that and go back and do a. What do we call it? Good old stuff? That would be good old stuff. But yeah, excited for it, of course. Rockstar can't do any wrong. Did you ever play their table tennis game? Even that was good.
No, I did not.
It was amazing. Like, it's table tennis, and it's like, you guys, you have my implicit, like, guarantee that it's going to be amazing. It doesn't matter what they make.
What else we got? We got Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and this isn't even Gunn said this isn't really even a teaser or trailer.
Yeah,
this is
the
just
director,
like preview
James
footage
Gunn,
that they just kind of threw together. The gang's all back.
What
do you think?
Okay, so for me, this is like this is just bait. It feels like such like we want it, like we love this stuff so much that it's just like, here's like a picture
There's
of
anything of it. Yeah,
anything, and it's like, oh. Did you see his mask?
Baby Groot wearing a little jacket?
Oh,
How cute is that?
It's awesome. But no, it looks great. I mean, it's the same characters. They're all playing the same people. They don't tell you anything about the story. It does seem like you said Xandu has the full
mohawk,
full mohawk, and he's walking with Raccoon. So
he's part of the game.
Yeah, so that's great. Sign me up. You know what I mean? Like,
you're done
again,
right?
and
no tease on who the villain is though. And apparently, they
had like it looked like 3 people floated up. They were all blue. They might be part of what's her face's crew.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
But she's from Nebula's back in it.
Yeah, Nebula's people. I forget what they're called.
Maybe
Kree. Yes, the Kree. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These movies are going to be great. I mean,
the humor's obviously still in there with Drax, who's like, "Do you want a hug?"
No, I'm okay. He's like, I thought I said I don't want one.
Yeah. So like his, super on the nose, dry humor is back, which is good.
Which is great. I mean, for Batista to have actually like a character that is like endearing and hilarious and like just it's great. The casting in these movies have become so on the nose. Like it's just it blows me away. I'll talk about something in my What You Doing, like a casting choice that I'm like, oh, on the nose.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you do.
And last trailer came out this week that we were going to talk about, Logan. The new Logan trailer came out, which is the third of the Wolverine movies, I guess you can say. After Origins and then the Wolverine.
Do we count Origins? Is that part of it?
I think it's the canon.
Is it?
I think so.
I should just fix that. That movie's terrible.
The helicopter. Anyway, so Logan came out. This is supposedly, from what's rumors of saying, his last turn as the
they're
Wolverine.
doing the whole old man Logan story.
Yeah.
Where's Jordan?
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm sure he was excited. Did you watch the Red Band trailer?
With the thing through the guy's head.
Jeez.
I think that was the only different scene.
Yeah, it's 2 seconds of like it's claws through the head.
No, but this is, they're going to say we're going for an R.
It is an R.
Yeah, they're going for it, yeah.
Oh, great.
I think after Deadpool.
Well, I know.
But they're going for the R. They said, when you see people, that, oh, did that guy die? No, they're dead, it looks great.
Well, even, the scene, spoiler alert, Wolverine's in X-Men Apocalypse, even that scene was probably pretty close to an R. He was...
No, the Weapon X part.
Yeah, he was ripping people apart. That's what I'm saying, like, does Origins exist because that was his... Is that his new origin? The time frame... Again, the whole time traveling thing has screwed everything up. But that was
his new origin.
Well, the whole Weapon X thing, like and like...
Yeah, that's his origin as like Wolverine, but he was technically that before.
No, I know. It gets confusing, and it doesn't really matter. But
yeah, Fox is not really... Caliban is in this new Logan trailer, and Caliban was in Apocalypse as well.
But a different actor, right?
Yeah, different actor. They don't really follow continuity very well. That's just how Fox is. But it looks great. Obviously, Logan is super old. He's taking care of Professor X, which is again played by Patrick Stewart, which I assume is going to be his last. He's probably going to die in this movie. Let's be real.
Yeah. I think everyone's going to... I think it'll be a big, like, put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, and they said, like, this isn't a traditional, like, balls-to-the-wall superhero movie. This is going to be a character. Think of, Hugh Jackman playing this character for 10-plus years now. When did the first X-Men come out? Yeah,
it was at least 10 years. At least maybe even 20?
Longer?
Might have been the late 90s. No, it was early 2000s.
Yeah, I was going to say.
2003, maybe? I don't know, but it's at least been 15 years.
Yeah, so they're gonna send his character off in a
12
good
years.
way. So and it's supposedly gonna bring
Whoever plays
the new
him,
Wolverine
yeah.
X23.
X23.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks great. Looks super sad seeing Professor X like old and like dementia and stuff like super sad seeing that. But
I just like the choice of music's perfect. You got the Johnny Cash Hurt.
Yeah.
It just
Overplayed song, by the way, but it fits the
it fits the narrative here. But yeah, you're right. It is a bit. It's just because it's. Anyways,
yeah.
but I think overall, the date March. I think it's March.
Is it March?
I think it's March. It's soon. Because I think that's the next big one from Fox, and I think it's already in post production if I remember correctly. Looks great. Again, I love Wolverine movies. I love
Cena finally rated R.
Yeah, can't wait.
Because even in the Wolverine, you see that like there were some scenes in there where like whoa, like
close. Oh, the scene when he digs it out of him.
Ugh.
Oh, that was brutal.
That wasn't all right.
But
no,
I don't think so. And the bad guy in that was not great.
No,
the giant silver samurai. It was okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely better than Origins. Come on now.
Well, yeah, but that was like there's
only
only
where
the
he's
only
walking
way
up
up.
and there's all the arrows in his back. He's like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. It's always funny to me because I'm like, why did you like not just drive your car up to the top of the thing? You had to walk. That's
cool.
I know.
Anyways, David, that's pretty much all I spent other than doing a lot of work this week. I just watched a lot of trailers. David, what you doing?
I want to keep up the talk about trailer stuff or new movies coming out. So it was announced, I think, either yesterday or 2 days ago. Donald Glover will be playing Lando Calrissian